Hey everyone, it's Casey Nicole, and today I'm going to take you through a stretch and rolling out practice that's geared towards the feet. So working on opening up the feet for me is one of the tighter areas of my entire body, but it is for a lot of people. We hold a lot of tension in our feet because we're on our feet all the time, and it's the connecting point to everywhere else within our entire body. So what we're going to do today is learn how to open up the spaces within the feet and get a little bit deeper with a therapy ball or a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, anything that you have that you can use for rolling out. The firmer the ball is, the more intensity that it adds. The softer the ball is, the less intensity. So if you're using a tennis ball, you might have to apply more pressure. Or if you're using a lacrosse ball, you might have to back off just a little bit. So please listen to your body. Take it at your own pace. All right. So we're going to start off just by kind of rolling out and awakening the bottoms of the feet. I would recommend having a wall space or something that you can hold on to nearby just to help with added stability and balance, because some of the movements we'll do today, we want to focus on getting into the stretch and the opening versus just the stabilizing. So the wall can be a great assistance. So I'm going to use it just so we have it. But with your therapy ball, let's take it underneath the right foot. And I want you to just kind of start rolling it underneath and feel into all the spaces. So you're rolling from the outer edge to the inside of the arch, inner edge, the ball of the foot, roll into the heel. I want you to feel all those little spaces. Feel into your toes. Just wake it up, but you're not putting a whole lot of pressure. Enough that you can feel sensation, but not so much that you're losing that warming up process. Okay. Right foot should be a little bit more awakened. Let's do the other side. You can switch, roll out the left side. Once again, get into all those little spaces, all the little grooves. Notice what's going on in there today. Another breath or so. Okay, and this is kind of a preview of what's to come, because if you're already feeling some really tight areas, we'll get in there. Okay, so set the therapy ball off to the side just for now. We're going to stretch out the feet a little bit from a standing position. Everything we're going to do today essentially is going to be from standing, maybe slight variations. So with your right foot, go ahead and have your hand at the wall so your right foot is nice and free. What we're going to do is we're going to take the foot, we're going to bring it behind us, and we're going to bring the top of the foot down to the ground. So the top of the foot, shoelace side. So the toes are kind of curled underneath. And all we're going to do is we're going to focus on extending the ankle. So extending the ankle is straightening the ankle. So if there's a deep bend into the ankle here, try to drive your ankle forward until you feel a stretch through the ankle and the top of the foot all the way into your toes. Another breath. And then go ahead and release. Quick little shakeout. We're going to do the opposite. So right now the toes were curled over. So now we want to get them in a nice flex state. So we're going to take a step back with the right foot. And as you do, it's almost like you're in this deep lunge-like position, but your left hand or your hand can hold on to whatever for stability and balance. And then I want you to focus on keeping the toes curled, but just driving your knee down towards the ground. You're pushing back through the heel and just feeling that stretch into the toes. And then bring it back up, shake it out. Okay, let's do the other side. Left foot, bend the knee, take the top of the foot down to the ground, curl the toes, okay, and then start to drive your ankle forward and down. As it drives forward and down, you're going to straighten out the ankle as much as you can. Deep breaths. And then as you release, let's give it a quick little shake out. And then big step back, drive back through the heel, toes are bent, and you can bend the knee as much as you'd like to just feel that stretch here. And then step it up, shake it out. Okay, use the wall only as much as you need to, but you're slowly going to start to lift the heels off the ground, lift through the arches, come as high up onto the balls of the feet or toes as you can. And then slowly lower the heels back down to the ground. Heels melt down, lift the toes up. Toes lift up and flare open. And then see if maybe you can lift the balls of the feet off the ground, getting a little deeper activation through the front of the shins, tops of the feet. We're going to do that again. Set the feet down. Start to float the heels. Lift them as high as you can. Maybe you just come up to the balls of the feet. Maybe you feel the balls of the feet even lift a little off the ground. Melting the heels back down slowly. Tip weight into the heels. Lift the toes. And then maybe lean back a little bit more and try to lift the balls of the feet up. And then lower it down. Okay, so let's take the right foot, shake it out a little bit. And then big circles, big circular motions. Go both directions. And then release, other side. Left foot lifts, big circles. Opposite direction. And then release. Okay, so let's take the therapy ball again. I'll turn so you can see a little bit more clearly. We're going to take it underneath the right foot, but I want you to bring it to the inner arch. Okay, so big toe side into that inner arch. Okay, I'm not sure what's going to be easiest for you to see me, so I'm just going to do it here. As you take it into the inner arch, slowly start to step your weight into it. As much weight as it feels good. That's why it's nice to have a wall, because you can kind of use it for added stability as you feel yourself sink your weight into it. Maybe you only sink a little bit. Maybe you're able to bring your full weight into it by lifting your left foot up. Give yourself a few grounded breaths here. And then slowly step your weight off. Go ahead and roll it out a little bit. Whew, that one's really tight. Okay, so now we're going to bring it to the pinky toe edge side. Pinky toe edge side. Find that little ridge. Find a nice little soft spot here and start to lean into it, stepping onto the ball, bringing as much weight as it feels good. This one's a lot tighter than the inner arch for me personally, but make those observations for your own body and accommodate. Few breaths. Whew. And then stepping off, go ahead and roll it out. Okay, before we get to what I call the big boy, the one that hurts a lot, hurts good, hurts good. We're going to take it and we're going to bring it so our feet are side by side, about hips width apart. And you're going to take the therapy ball so it's underneath the ball of your right foot, kind of into the center of the ball of the foot. Now, once you're here, spine lifts up nice and tall. And then you're going to slowly, you can bend your left knee. It doesn't have to be flat on the ground. I want you to feel more of the stretch on the right side than onto the left side. So if your left leg's perfectly straight and it's hindering you from going deeper, then just take a softness into the knee, okay? Slowly start to fold over until you feel a nice stretch into your right hamstrings, but also into your calf muscles. Give yourself a couple more breaths. Keep your back nice and straight. And then come all the way back up. Nice. Go ahead and release. Let's take it now onto the heel. And as you bring it right underneath the heel, we're going to step as much weight as we can into it. Okay. And as you step your weight into it, feel your left foot lift away from the ground. Maybe you have to keep weight in your left foot. That's perfectly fine. Maybe you're able to lift it all the way up. Holding. Breathe. Set the left foot back down. Bring the ball to the inside, the very center of the foot, the inner arch. This one can be pretty sensitive, so listen to your body. As you find that inner arch, slowly start to step maybe about half your weight onto it. Keep half the weight. Open up your toes as wide as you can. Span them open. And then curl your toes over. Curl your foot into a fist. And then open it up. And curl it over. Just do that a couple more times. Okay, relax the foot. Step in as much as you can for 3. Breathe. 2, 1. Stepping off. Go ahead and roll it out. Whew. And then you can step off the ball entirely. Maybe walk around a little bit and just feel the difference between your right side and your left side. How different they feel. How you connect with the ground feels a lot different. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So let's start by taking the ball with your left foot and let's bring it to the inner arch. Okay, that inner arch, big toe side. And then start to slowly step your weight into it. Ooh. It might feel really tight, especially after we were in that right side for so long. So as you sink your weight into it, maybe you're only able to step in a little bit. Maybe you're able to lift your right foot off the ground. Not for me today. Deepen your breath. A few more here. And then stepping off, go ahead and roll it out. I'm going to turn. Now we're going to take it to the pinky edge side. Find that little soft spot. And then slowly start to step your weight up onto the ball. Once again, taking as much weight out of the right foot as you can, listening to your body, listening to your breath. Few more here. And then stepping off, go ahead and roll it out. Okay, so let's take it to the ball of the foot. And as you take it to the ball of the foot, separate your feet about hips width. You can take a nice deep bend into your right knee, so we're not taking the weight into that leg. And as you step onto the ball of the foot, onto the ball with your left side, slowly just start to hinge over with a nice flat back, getting that nice stretch into the lower part of the leg and into the Achilles. Let's take another breath here. Slowly come all the way back up. Now we're going to take the ball to the heel. And as you take it onto the heel, start to step your weight into it. Maybe lift the right foot off the ground. Feel that out. And then bring the right foot back down, stepping off. And let's take the ball to the center of the foot, right smack dab in the middle. And as you do, step about 50% of your weight in. And then open up the toes as wide as you can. And then curl them over. Tight little fist with your toes. Open it up. And curl it over. Do it again, couple more times on your own. And then step as much weight as you can. Feel it out. Deepen your breath for 3, 2, 1. Stepping off, go ahead and roll it out. Whew. And then you can roll the ball out of your way. Go ahead and walk around a little bit. Once again, now feel a little bit more balance restored. Okay, from a standing position, feet about hips width apart, arms to your sides, roll up onto the toes, and then back onto the heels. And just kind of rolling forward and back, rocking in your feet. And now we're going to create little circular motions. So as you rock up on the heels, roll to the outer edges, roll to the toes, roll the insides of the foot down and into the heels. Little circles. And then reverse the motion. Roll to the inside first, come up, roll to the outside and down. Okay, shake out the feet. Hands together at heart center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Open up your eyes when you're ready. I hope your feet are feeling amazing. Hope they're feeling open, ready. Maybe you were able to release some blockages that you had. I would love to hear your feedback. Feel free to drop it in the comments. And I'm looking forward to practicing with y'all next time. Thank you.